Hello, sunshine. You're not going to believe this. I received a call from somebody claiming to be at the White House. Guess what? The president had to attend a party in Rio this weekend and asked me to present the Taliban Commander Award to the 3 most worthy tribal leaders right here in the good old US of A. I was reluctant at first until I went through my external memory. What I found was more than just disturbing. I discovered a striking similarity between the mindset of certain Republicans and Taliban tribal leaders. First, a disturbing tendency to get involved in corruption, i.e. taking money from interest groups in return for favors. And yes, that is not an exclusive Republican domain, as I have shown years earlier. Next, a total disregard for the healthcare of their people, seriously claiming that providing healthcare for all, i.e. universal healthcare like in Central Europe, would be Marxism. Right. But wait, here they go even further. If an old lady has been rendered bankrupt because of excessive medical costs, her house under foreclosure, and she does not have the money to buy her nitrolingual spray for $150 at Walmart, she commits a crime when buying it from Canada for $12. I'm serious. In my opinion, denying a patient medication needed for survival is murder. Next, what makes them similar to the Taliban is a massive opposition to education. Quite understandable, given the fact that the tribal leaders' re-elections depend on uneducated people incapable of performing the simplest analysis of the most brazen lies. I'll give you an example in a minute. I find it interesting that organized religion seems to be in full accord with the Republican, or if you prefer, Taliban mindset. Close your eyes, please. The same serves for Muslims, of course. To borrow a syntax from Ronald Reagan, organized religion is the problem, not the solution. But that is the subject for another clip. So let me come to the criteria for the Taliban Commander Award. I was named 3 tribal leaders worthy of receiving it. The second runner-up is Rick Scott, the governor, or if you prefer, tribal leader of Florida. If you don't know him, here's some background. He was the CEO of Columbia Healthcare, foremost owning a group of hospitals. During his tenure, Columbia engaged massively in healthcare, i.e. Medicare and Medicaid fraud, on a multi-million-dollar level. According to the Department of Justice, 14 felony indictments followed, and eventually a $1.6 billion fine was imposed on Columbia, the largest ever in the healthcare business. Rick Scott in turn was let go and given, if I recall correctly, a $200 million separation bonus. Don't you just love that? He used some of it to run campaign ads, running for governor. Now, you need to know that Florida's largest population segment is over 65 years old, and according to statistics, that segment in turn suffers the largest incidence of dementia and Alzheimer. So no surprise there, Rick Scott was elected governor. Barely a few months in office, let's see what he achieved. Fact 1. His first act was to cut taxes for corporations. Fact 2. Despite cutting corporate taxes, he did not cut government services to corporations. Fact 3. In other words, taxpayers now pay for the police and fire protection, etc. these corporations enjoy. Fact 4. Somehow he had to make up for the revenue shortfall he created, so he cut money for education. Pretty close to the Taliban mindset. Rick Scott, you are the second runner-up for the Taliban Commander Award. Now let's see who the first runner-up is. Tribal leader Scott Walker. Gee, doesn't his name sound familiar? Elected, I believe, in 2010, let's see what he achieved. Fact 1. He cut corporate taxes. Fact 2. He did not cut corporate benefits. Fact 3. Taxpayers have to pay for corporate benefits. Fact 4. To make up for it, he cut education spending. But wait, there's more. Falsely claiming that unions are the cause of the budget deficit, he included in the bill that state workers are stripped of the right to be represented. Period. Scott Walker, being so close to the Taliban mentality, you are the first runner-up for the Taliban Commander Award. Let's see now who was nominated to win the Taliban Commander Award. Yikes! It is John Baghdad Bob Boner. Do I pronounce this correctly? Let's see what he achieved. First, Boner blocked legislation honoring the oldest living W1 World War I soldier when a bill was brought up. 2. Every fourth homeless is a veteran. Boner voted for the Iraq War, but now is against comprehensive help for veterans. 3. Boner's first action in office was to repeal Obama's healthcare bill, or in the words of former Congressman Alan Grayson, reintroduced the Holocaust on the sick middle class. 4th, Boner did all that in order to cut the deficit. 5th, he managed, however, to give $500 billion to the richest 2% by extending Bush's tax cuts. 6th, to make up for it, the Republicans under Boner pledged to cut education. What else? But wait, there's more. Now Boner's Taliban people pledged to cut Social Security on top. They call entitlement. Read my lips. Social Security is not an entitlement program. It is an insurance policy into which generations have paid their premiums. They did so because they were promised that at retirement they would receive benefits like people in all other Western cultures do, as in Central Europe, for example. Now it turns out that all that were lies. Indeed, the claims that Social Security is the cause of the budget deficits are lies too. The fact is that ever since Ronald Reagan, every president has rated the Social Security Trust Fund of billions of dollars. These people make me sick. They are not only blatantly too incompetent to fix a simple problem, they are brazen liars on top. Now, being closest to the Taliban mindset, John Baghdad Bob Boner, you are the winner of the Taliban Commander Award for 2011. My recommendation, Mr. Bonehead, go back to your roots and sit at the edge of the valley near your tribal leaders. I'll see you.